And today we're going to discuss finishing the paperwork for grade 8. So we've just gone through all the changes of 8th grade. I've given you 4 or 5, maybe 6 videos on, suggestions for your child in that grade. Some of it will include high school work, and some of it will be preparing your child for the high school work in that subject, okay? So now we're going to go through how to compile it all and make it look pretty. So first, every single class the student has taken needs a summary or a proof of progress. The summary could just be a paragraph where you talk about the child's journey through that class or the child's level of engagement. Proof of progress might mean, an essay that they wrote at the beginning of the year and an essay that they wrote at the end of the year. So you see their proof of progress, okay? I write a summary at the end of every school year unless the class ends half year, at which point I write that summary in December. I don't give myself a chance to forget, the journey through that class, and I write down minutes. So you need to calculate the grades for each non-elective class, okay? So typically 70% of the grade comes from tests, exams, or some kind of irregular assignment like maybe a series of book reports or worksheets or something. I use that to grade 70% of the class, and the remaining 30% of the grade comes from final exams or term papers, okay? So for language arts, let's start there. You need to write down the child's reading list. That is all the books they read that year with the authors, okay? You need to write down whatever grammar book or supplement you used and the topics covered. And you need to include writing samples, like I mentioned. Just a couple of essays or papers, just whatever the strongest thing they wrote that year, okay? Consists of an essay, a book report, or a term paper. At the top of that summary page, you need to put the student's grade so that later when you're flipping through, because you're going to have a binder at some point, at the same spot on every page is going to be the grade. So as you flip through, you see grade, grade, grade at the top corner, of that page. And I'll give you an example. For math and foreign language, these are kind of done the same. You're going to want to show a few completed items. A pre-test at the beginning of the semester and a final exam should do it. Those are classes that you go into green, and by the end of the year, you just know a whole lot more. So basically, you find a final exam for those classes, you administer it before the child even starts the class. They'll probably get, who knows, 30, 40, maybe even 50% if they're lucky. Then they progress through the curriculum, and then you give a similar final exam at the end of the year, and you will see how they progressed, okay? And then you need to have a list of topics, covered for each grade. And next to that list of topics, I put the grade number down, and so then I can calculate those, and then I have that as 70%, and then I calculate in that final test as a 30%, okay? For history and science, these kind of get summarized similarly. Like I said, I list each topic, the environment, the rainforest, the clouds, whatever. And then next to it, the grade on how they performed in remembering that material. You write your brief summary of how the child engaged the topic. Once again, you paper or exam, and then you calculate everything. For science, don't forget to include a few lab worksheets to show the work done. Okay. Your lab worksheets are going to come from your science book or a lab packet that you get online, to guide your child through the labs or something like that. Okay, do not discard any book at all that you have used. Keep all your notebooks. Some colleges will want a copy of the cover and table of contents of every book. They're looking to make sure that you haven't left any gaping holes in that subject and that your child will be able to build on what they've learned to perform on the college level. Okay? Some will literally want to know how much time, i.e., how many hours were spent on each subject. And I said this in an earlier video. Get into the habit of, in their notebook for each class, they sit down, they write down the date, and then they say, read 20 pages, and then under that they might answer, questions for whatever page number, and then they'll look at the watch and they'll say at the top corner, 45 minutes, 25 minutes. Even if they only they will read page this to this many minutes. Because, sure, you can guesstimate that, but you want to be honest and you want to be transparent. And different subjects are going to take longer. This high school level work in 8th grade is to create great habits that are going to carry them through the rest of their high school years. B, to show off that they may be advanced in some areas, and C, to get them ready for those areas where they are not advanced. Okay, I really hope this helped. We're going to be diving into 9th grade work soon. And you're going to see a pattern, but this is going to help you go through every year of building that college portfolio, which at the end of those 4 years, then you're going to pull the best stuff out of it and make the package you send off to the colleges for college admission. So until next time.